Good morning, it's Monday. We're at the toy store. So obviously we've had this car a really long time. The O2 going to Orlando eventually, and it has been in and out of the rain, in and out of the shop. It is spotted. It's got bee poop on it. It's just nasty. And I know this car is going to clean up beautifully because when we picked it up 600 miles ago and 6 months ago, it was really, really, really nice. So that's our magnetic plate. That thing finally showed up. That's some sort of anti-seize. Didn't mean to do that, but it's going to get the detail here. Nothing too crazy. There's no polishing and compounding, but the full kind of, actually, I don't even know what they call it. Whatever the base cleanup, it's more than a wash. It's a nice ass detail inside and outside, wheels and tires and glass and trims and all of that. So in a couple of days, maybe as soon as tomorrow, we'll pick this thing up and it's going to look freaking awesome. I have been schooled by a 62S, I think, maybe a 57S that's debadged up there, Maybach. Not what I wanted to be doing today, is driving my car to Los Angeles. Just not how I wanted this to go. So the axles arrived, and that's great news because I had been waiting on those for 2-3 weeks now. So they came in. I loaded them up in the trunk along with the transmission, the control arms, the wheel carriers, all the parts that are going up to my sublet in LA, South LA County. And then I called the towing company, and they want $680 per way to go. It's like 89.7 miles, I think. That seems really, really, really high. So that'd be $1,300 to and from LA. So at that point, I pull fuse 17 and 30. We run with no DSC, no ABS. Odometer and speedometer still work, which is nice. This is straight ahead with the wheel turned that far because I've replaced the tie rods and not had the car aligned. So I borrowed a set of wheels that are about to get brand new tires, and I now have those on the car, and those are 2004 Pirellis that are almost completely bald and hard as a rock. So I am keeping my distance, even though this is slow, right? We're going 82 miles an hour. That is slow for the 5 in Camp Pendleton. We're getting passed by an old-ass G-Wagon and the 62S, which I have no prayer of keeping up with, and I'm not foolish enough to attempt it. Anyways, so far so good. It is nice to drive the car again, though it sucks driving it this poorly. I could tell the front alignment's way off. And then annoyingly, I removed my wheels from this car and found that all of the wheel weights just fell right off the rear right wheel. It's like they put no sticky stuff, no glue, no adhesive at all on it. The weights were just dry and fell right off. Now, the other weights on the other 3 wheels seem fine, so I don't know what happened to the rear right. But I'm going to have to get that wheel over to the tire shop and have them realign it tomorrow. I didn't get to leave until 3 o'clock. That's not even set. It is now 3:25. I'm supposed to get up there about 4:20. So I'm going to drop this off, and then I think Nate was going to come down and pick up parts. So if he's able to drive me back, I'll ride with him. If not, I will take an Uber. What's up, guys? We're in Old Bouncy on the way home. Slight improvement. We've tightened up the struts by about a third. We figured out that the little pushing things move about 30 times. The adjustable wheels move 30 notches, so we put them at 10. Nate's got it right. The springs are just way too tight. The spring rate's too stiff. He likes the dampers. I don't have as much of a feel or as much suspension experience as he does. This hasn't really made it any smoother, though it does make it a little more controllable. There's a lot less bouncing. It seems to... It's still hard, but it's probably going to be safer. It's not going to launch me up in the air as much. Yeah, so today started early. I took the Le Mans car down to Elite Finish, dropped that off, lifted back home, did more work from there, then headed up to the shop. My dad and Mike had already picked up parts, and my axles were there, finally. So loaded the axles into the car, loaded the transmission into the car, and called a few tow places. The quotes were just insane, ridiculous, through the roof. So I decided to throw another set of wheels and tires on it that are about to be replaced, so we don't mind if the slightly askew alignment chews the tires up too much. Pulled fuses 17 and 30 for ABS DSC, drove it up there, No problems really at all. I took the 73 through Orange County, which is a beautiful toll road, very minimal traffic over the mountains, and then dumps you down into the 405 in the LA Basin. So that was nice until we hit the 405. Then we had a little bit of traffic. Made it over to the place where I dropped the car off. Talked to him for about 30 or 40 minutes. I hadn't talked to him since, I think, Bimmerfest. Was that like 2018 now? It's been, oh my God, has it been 4 years? It had to be 2019. May 2019? Yeah, it'll be 3 years this year since they even had a Bimmerfest with COVID and all. Talked to him for a little bit, and then Nate was actually able to come and pick me up, and then we took the coast roads down through Huntington Beach down to Laguna Beach and Newport Beach, and had dinner at Summer House, which seems to be our, hey, we're going through Orange County on the way to San Diego, let's stop and eat dinner. Where do you want to go? Summer House, because they have some of the best shoestring cut fries. I love really thin, less potato, more fat kind of fries. Oh, they're so good, really crispy, thin, like even, okay, they're not better than McDonald's, but they're skinnier than McDonald's fries. So we had that, came back down the PCH a little more into Laguna Beach, and then east over to the 5, went down to the shop a little bit. Nate hadn't been there in quite a while, so I showed him the 545, let him drive this red car, and that's why we've adjusted the springs a little, or adjusted the dampers a little bit. And then on the other red car, the floaty one, his diagnosis is center steering tie rod. So we're going to get a look at that tomorrow or whenever I have a lift available again, and we'll see if that part, well, it is new. There are defects in new parts. There are problems during installation. You know, there's stuff that we can really get a closer look at. Anyways, this is the end of today. I'm going to get home. I am hoping to have the car back by the end of the week. He's working on an E46 M3 right now, real low mileage E46 M3 that had a whole bunch of aftermarket garbage on it. So he's ripping all that off, putting it back to stock, as it should be. Since it's worth more. And then he thinks he's going to be done with that about midday tomorrow, so mine should get on the lift tomorrow and start the work. And best case, I'll be able to Uber up there Friday, pick it up, and drive it home. So that would be cool. That's going to take care of Monday. Hope you guys had a good day. We'll talk tomorrow on Tuesday. Good night.